To make my scarf, I'm going to be using the Bernat Forever Fleece. This yarn is 100% polyester and it is a category 6 super bulky weight. The corresponding hook for this is a 9mm hook. You can use any yarn and corresponding hook that you choose. And along with the yarn and the hook, you're going to need your scissors, tape measure, and tapestry needle. I will leave in the description all the details on the yarn and all the supplies you need. So go ahead, grab your supplies, and let's get started. To begin, we need to make a chain that is as wide as we want our scarf to be. My scarf is 10 inches wide, so I will be making a chain that is 10 inches long. You can make your scarf a little bit more narrow if you would like. Just chain as wide as you want your scarf to be. So just make a slip knot, place the slip knot on your hook, and then make a chain as wide as you need it. As I said, my chain will be 10 inches wide, so I'm going to go ahead and make my chain, and I will meet you back once my chain is complete. I've completed my chain and measured it out. It is about 10 inches. So now we are ready to move on to our first row. Our first step is to skip the first 3 chains and work a double crochet in the 4th chain. I will be working into the bottom bump of my chain. It's just going to make it easier for me to sew the ends together at the end, but you can work into your chain however you're comfortable. So skip the first 3 chains and then work a double crochet in the 4th chain. So yarn over, insert into your chain, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and we're going to work a double crochet in each chain all the way across. So insert into your next chain, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and go ahead and work a double crochet in each chain all the way across, and I'll meet you at the end of the row. I've completed my first row, and including the 3 skip chains at the beginning, that counts as a double crochet, I have a total of 20 stitches. So now I'm going to turn my work, and to start row 2, we're going to chain 3, and the chain 3 here and throughout counts as a double crochet. And our next step is to work a double crochet in the space between these 2 stitches. So we're going to yarn over, insert into this space right here between the 2 stitches, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And you're going to work a double crochet in the space between the next 2 stitches. So we worked one here. Now we're going to be working our next stitch in between these 2 stitches. So yarn over, insert into the space, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And again, working into the space between the next 2 stitches, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And you're going to continue working a double crochet in between the stitches, going all the way across your row, and I'll meet you when you get to the chain 3 from the previous row. I'm coming up to the end of my row. I have the space between this last double crochet and the chain 3 from the first row, and we're going to yarn over and work into the space between this stitch and the chain 3 and work a double crochet, and that's how we're going to finish off the row. And now we're going to turn our work, and you're going to repeat row 3 from this point until your scarf is as long as you need it. So we're going to chain 3, and we're going to work our first stitch in the space between this double crochet and this one. So yarn over, insert into the space between the 2 stitches, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Again, yarn over into the space between the next 2 stitches, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And once more, yarn over into the space between the next 2 stitches, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So go ahead and work all the way across, and I'll meet you at the end of the row. I finished my row 3, and from this point we're just going to continue working our rows of offset double crochet until our scarf measures 65 inches long. And once you've gotten to that length, you're going to fasten off, leaving a long enough tail to sew the ends together. And you want to leave a length of yarn that's about 3 times the width of your scarf. So just go ahead and work until your scarf is 65 inches, then cut your yarn, leaving a long enough tail to sew it together, and I'll meet you back once my scarf is at 65 inches. I've finished my scarf and measured it out. It's at 65 inches long, and I've cut my yarn, leaving a long tail to sew it together. Now, all you want to do is we're going to bring the ends together, but you want to make sure it's not twisted in the middle when you do that. So just make sure you lay it out nicely, make sure it's flat, and make sure you're bringing the ends together without twisting it. And once you've done that, you're just going to get the length of the yarn that you cut off. You're going to grab your tapestry needle, and I'm going to be sewing the seam together using the mattress stitch, but you can use any sewing method that you prefer. So to start sewing, I'm going to take my tapestry needle and I'm going to insert my needle into the first stitch on the left side from the bottom of the stitch coming up to the top. Pull my yarn through, and now I'm going to take my tapestry needle and going into the stitch on the right from the inside of the stitch coming out to the front and pull through. And now I'm going to insert into the next stitch, pull through, coming through the stitch on the right, just like that. And that's exactly how you're going to sew, going all the way up your seam, going into the stitch on the left first, and then coming back out into this corresponding stitch on the other side, all the way across your seam. And as you're going along, you're just going to want to pull on your yarn to bring the seam together nice and tight, but don't pull it hard enough for it to pucker. Just you want it to sit together nicely. So just go ahead and sew it together. Once you've finished your seam, weave in all your ends, and then we'll be done. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, take care and bye for now.